What if I told you that the secret to winning any argument isn't in what you say, but in how you listen? Most of us think talking is the key to influence, but real game changers are expert listeners. And this is the reason why the loudest person in the room is actually the one being least heard. Conversation isn't just about words, it's about what's happening underneath them. By and large, there are two types of conversation you can have: a change conversation and a sustained one. Let us talk about change conversation through an example. Let us say you recently visited Acadia National Park and took the Beehive Trail, which is one of the top ranking hike in the US. You are super excited to share this with your best friend, and then you go ahead and state, "Did you know that I have taken one of the most dangerous hike in my life, the Beehive Trail in Acadia National Park, but it was totally worth it, man. The view from the top was breathtaking." In return, your friend states, "I have taken Navajo Loop in Bryce Canyon where I experienced similar feelings. And did you know, while I was climbing, I almost fall. Here, take a look at some of the pictures I took. Don't you think they are breathtaking too?" As you can see, your friend completely took over the conversation. He is least interested in your experience. Rather, he pushed his own agenda forward. Human beings, by design, are self-centered. They want to talk about their achievements, their feats, and in that foray, knowingly or unknowingly, they shut down opponents' thoughts and conversation. Now let's deep dive into what just happened in the conversation between friends. When you share something meaningful like your daring hike to Acadia, the conversation should ideally be about your experience, how you felt about it, what you did. But notice how quickly the focus shifted. Your friend jumped in not to listen or connect, but to become the new star of this conversation. Now, this is what shift conversation is all about. It is also sometimes known as conversational hijacking. And it has some fundamental pitfalls. And let me list that down for you so that you can understand them better. First, it breaks emotional connection. When you shift attention to yourself, it disrupts the bond formed by empathy and curiosity. Second, it signals disinterest. It subtly tells the other person, "What you just said matters least to me. What I want to share is most important." Number three, turns dialogue into competition. Each story trips to top the last and genuine listening disappears. Also, it is about missing the moment. Opportunities such as this is to support, encourage, and to celebrate, not to experience that someone is feeling completely lost sharing their story with you. As the philosopher Stephen R. Covey says, most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. Now let's see how sustained conversation looks different from this one. Let's say you state, "You know, I have taken one of the most dangerous hikes in my life. It was in Acadia National Park. I took the Beehive Trail. Very dangerous, but it was worth the risk." Now your friend in a sustained conversation will say something like this: "Wow, that sounds incredible. What made the hike so dangerous? Were you scared at any point? Were there pitfalls that I should be aware of if I plan to go there? Tell me more about it. Do you have a picture to show me?" Notice the difference? This time your friend is holding space for his story. He's engaged, asking questions, and very interestingly inviting you to share more. Why sustained conversation matters. Number one, it fosters deeper connection. Listening actively and following the speaker's lead makes people feel valued and understood. Number two, it encourages openness. When the listener focuses on the speaker, the conversation naturally becomes richer and more memorable. It also builds trust. People return to those who truly listen because it's rare and it is very, very, very powerful. As M. Scott Peck wrote, "You cannot truly listen to anyone and do anything else at the same time." So what can you do to make every conversation count? Listen intently. When someone is speaking to you, just give that person full attention. Also, resist the urge to one-up or redirect. Keep the focus on the other person's story, especially if they're excited to share. Engage with a lot of curiosity, ask questions, and invite them to go deeper. How did that make you feel? Wow, it was amazing, for example. What was the highlight of your show? All of that will create some genuine interest and give them verbal and non-verbal cues. Let's say, I'm here, I'm listening. It also gives the balance, the exchange between two people. Over time, that story will become more meaningful to that person and he can engage more better with you. By practicing this approach, you honor both the speaker and the spirit of connection. True influence starts with genuine listening. One of the most sincere forms of respect is actually listening to what other has to say. That is what Brian H. McGill said. The next time someone shares their story, try holding the spotlight on them just a little longer. You may find that listening, not talking, is your greatest superpower. Thank you so much for listening. I truly appreciate your time. And if you do like so, please give a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and also share your viewpoints in the message section below. Thank you once again. Take care. Bye now.